I'd love it if someone
That was a good start as well.
I
Start, you can do it all again.
Fuck's sake.
Pardon? Is it? It's still streaming, so don't say it's scandalous.
I thought we got no sound now.
Yes.
Scandalous.
That's if it's working.
No one dares say it.
Everybody be cool. You be cool.
So,
Stop moving so much.
I just balls, eh? You fucked up putting that in group of a name.
Yeah, it was a sheer shock of it. It was just shock. Horror. I did that came to mind when I did that for alright. I should have
They are
listened.
good though.
I should have listened.
Right, sounds back on.
Have we got sound? Are you sure we've got sound?
Yeah.
Ask someone who can hear
Someone
it.
comment.
Someone comment and we have sound. Because I'm not doing all that again.
Because he's missed out on some good funny shit.
And now he'll never be the same again.
Yeah.
Working.
It's
You can't recreate that.
okay, right. Welcome back. I'm fucking fuming about that.
Yeah.
That was a good introduction. I brought my aim game then, so I'm just going Maccabi arse now.
Yeah.
I'm a fool.
Right, so
If you missed
missed
it,
out on Badger chopping a stick off, digging in a manscaper, and
I
Right.
want some ball motion.
Right, I said we've got a lot to talk about. Got lots of fights that have just happened in Thailand, real big, exciting ones, lots of good ones coming up. We've got Muay Thai happening back in England again. We've got shows getting announced. Yokkao, MTGP, the big pay-per-view victory show. Lots going on, lots to talk about. I'm going to have to do another sponsorship out now, so I'm going to have to set piss out of Badger again. For ripping his products off. Badger's had a bit of, we're talking about it, and then he had a bit of an incident of the weekend. You know why? He wasn't using the lawnmower 3.0 from Manscaped.
He was using the lawnmower 3000.
Has not forgiven me. It was in my pocket. It goes to the other side. It was a complete slip.
Well, that's the thing when you do that. It doesn't stop bleeding, does it? It's scary. It's scary shit, but this is minimal nickage, and like we said earlier, it's got the torch on and everything, so you know exactly what you're doing, you can see exactly where you're going. And
It was a lapse in judgment. Just one more.
oh my god!
Can be toilet paper like. Even if you're going manscaping, you should look after your teeth.
knew it.
So once you've done that, Badger, you can then put on the ball deodorant and the ball toner, so there'll be no nicks, there'll be no bleeding, and
What is
you'll
the
feel
toner
smooth.
for though?
Alcohol free, I'm hoping.
That doesn't like re-sack up your sack.
It just makes it all smooth and lovely. That's what it does. I don't know the science behind it. It's just smooth and lovely. That's all I know.
Silky smooth.
It's a smooth and lovely ball.
Lovely.
And the ball deodorant speaks for itself. But yeah, Badger, I think you need the code, which is Kickin it for 20% off all the Manscaped products.
Yeah, me and the Zohan, yeah, we got
No,
Biggest in the world.
the bush.
They've also got the aftershave and stuff now. This is quite nice, this as well. I like that. If you want to have a little spray of that and play around with that, the right
Why not?
But yeah, the code is Kickin it. That's 20% off all the products. It's nice, that, isn't it?
It's good, yeah.
It's all right. What's going on in there?
don't know.
You listening to him there?
Us?
Oh yeah, I can fucking hear it. Turn it down.
I was checking the stream.
Right. Before we get onto this, Julie, do you want to get ready in there with these pages? Before we get onto this, I get a lot of messages asking me what are the best pages on Instagram to check out for these fights. Where can they follow them? And where can I see the highlights of them all? So I'm just going to talk you just a few of my favourite pages on Instagram now. The first one is not this. Siam Fight News. There we go. This is run by my friend Kevin in Bangkok. He's one of the heads of the big WBC. It's a BBC. The BBC.
Thinking about him again.
that was quick.
It's right, I'm off home, mate. I'm good.
Yeah.
Kevin's one of the heads of the WBC. He has a lot to do with international fights for the WBC, etc. He's involved in the rankings committee and all that. But he's up to date with everything that is going on in Thailand. He's always at the shows, at the big ones. He's always getting clips and videos. His page on Facebook, Siam Fight News, also streams all the fights as well, which are live on TV, most of them, so you can watch all the fights there. This is one of the top pages to keep your eye on. Like you can see here, there's Channel 7 fights, Super Champ, Stadium, Lumpini Stadium fights, Channel 7. There's everything on there. So
Channel 7.
you can follow this page, and this will keep you up to date.
Crazy.
The next good one is Muay Thai results. These guys, as soon as a fight has happened, they have the results up straight away. As soon as a big fight is announced, these guys will also have that one straight up. So this is another good page you can follow, Muay Thai results. The next one, Thai Boxing News. This is my favourite page on Instagram. I have no idea why they only have 777 followers. It's my favourite page on Instagram, this. There's
Good
fight
page
clips,
it
look,
is,
there's fight clips, there's announcements straight away, there's full fight cards.
Information stuff about all fights.
Everything. This page is absolutely class. I love this one. As soon as a fight happened, you got some highlights flying up of it. It is a really good page to follow, this one, Thai Boxing News. The last one, this page is absolutely class, this one. Muay Thai Irin, or Irin, I don't know how you pronounce it, but it's a good page. There's all sorts that goes on this page. They've also got their own app that you can download to find out more about the fighters and everything that's going on. There's so much information on here. There's fighters' purses, what they get paid, how the training's going. It's
Trainers' purses were on the video.
Gamblers, gamblers, how they walk it as well.
Yeah, there's so much cool information on here. Every now and then they even put like ridiculous stuff up, like what's Sangmani's favourite food to eat and stuff like that. Like, if you want to know anything about a fighter, this tells you everything about it. They've even got stuff about the quarantine going on in Thailand, you can see up there. So there's lots of good information. Look at this. Look at this one as well. This is like two 10-year-olds side bet for 500,000 baht. Crazy shit.
Someone's getting sold afterwards, aren't they? Yeah. Sorry, son, you're great, but not that great.
Yeah. Prince Andrew's in background. I'll have him. I'll have that one. So yeah, this is another really good page full of really good, important information in the fight world. Right, anyway, now let's get on to all the latest goings on. We've had some sick fights and we've had some really good stadium fights. We've had, let's get straight down to it, the Capitan. This was such a good fight, and I think me and you, Meleady, we went Nunanlek, we thought we were going to win one minute. Andy, you went Capitan. The result was a draw. It was such a good fight, but there was a lot of controversy. People throwing bottles in the ring and all sorts afterwards. I personally thought Nunanlek got it.
Same here.
When I watched it properly, I thought he did as well.
It was that third round, he pushed him back. It was so impressive. He kept pushing him back with his left hand. That elbow over the top.
Came out of nowhere, like, it came from the back of the stadium. Still hit him.
He did about 3 in a row at one point, though, did he? He held his neck and elbowed him 3-4 times. It was sick.
It was a...
His skin must be like made out of something unreal.
I was thinking that.
It's another level, isn't
Yeah.
it?
There were no marks on him.
No marks.
And
he didn't wobble them or anything. They were big elbows.
Both of them as well.
Yeah.
They took some things, didn't they?
He is very tough though. This went a little bit different to how I saw it because we've been seeing Capitan push everyone back recently. He punched Sangmani all over. Yeah. On his one championship fights, he's pushed them back with punching. He was on the back foot.
Back all the fight, didn't he?
And that showed in round 4 his skill set, I thought, because he was still scoring so well.
On the back foot,
Nunanlek was a lot bigger, he was taller, and I thought he fought really the perfect fight to get that win like that against that style. Because
he did, like, you could see, like, in the first 2, he was so composed and he was so snotting out.
There we go.
And those 2 rounds, and then 3, he just went.
Turned it on, didn't
went.
Well, this is, we've got round 3 on here now. Look, there we go. Really nice. And you can see he's got him back in the corner, and you'll start. There's the elbows driving in.
And he was doing that lovely kick knee straight away all the time as well. Did it quite a few times. Didn't he?
Even did a switching music to him then. But he held Capitan's shots well. Like he's been causing a lot of damage with his right punch, Capitan, recently.
See
that one punch knockout.
Yeah. Badger, it's tough, isn't it, when you've got a tall fighter pushing you back like this? Obviously, you're short like me. What do you have to do when a tall fighter starts to push you back like that?
That's why I'm listening to you guys speak, right, and I was kind of on Capitano's side because he was going back, but he was still scoring with that long knee and being smart with it, so he couldn't just give it one-sided.
Yeah.
So don't get me, he wasn't the back for most of it, but he let him walk onto a lot of long knees all the time.
That is being able to score long knees like off the back foot like that. It's a skill in itself being able to do that.
This is where he came back big in round 4.
Yeah.
Won round 4, but then he got clinched off in round 5, didn't he?
But then at the start of the 5th, he
kicked him 6
hit
times.
Yeah. And then
Still on the back foot, still on the back foot.
Yeah. Like,
First
I thought,
40
oh
seconds,
no!
yeah.
I thought like that's it. But then
Like he ran out of steam.
that
then,
left
wasn't
it, then just marched
Started
in,
doing
knee, elbow, there.
I don't know what that is.
No.
There was I was speaking to my friend in Thailand over there at the minute, and he was at the stadium at the time, and he was saying like the judges didn't want to upset the gamblers, so that's why they just called it a draw, because he said they thought my stadium might kick off. I don't know how true it is, but I can imagine it. They were throwing bottles, weren't they?
Yeah.
At the end of it, they were throwing all sorts in the ring.
I don't
There's
know
been
but he's little, isn't he? Fuck.
that's Nabil from Venom. He's
From
from.
pocket size.
This is Nabil from Venom Muay Thai. Medi's a 2 trains this boy.
He's only 16, 17.
He's dangerous.
Yeah, he's good, man.
But yeah, he's because he's so tall, he's a nightmare to fight. He's only about 53 kilos or something.
Oh, Lord.
God.
Right, get this off now because we're gonna get distracted.
Fight talks.
There's been talk of a rematch at the 30th of April, I believe, between Kapitan and Nung Nang Lek. So that'll be something good to look forward to. Also, the lady boss of Jiat Mung Nun, she has openly said Rodtang is open to fighting Kapitan as long as Kapitan can bring his weight down to 135. Because in the stadiums, Rodtang is 133 and 134. Said he will move to 135 if Kapitan can bring himself down. So I think he's been about 138 and he's 136.
137.
Andy, how do you see that one going if that happens? Because that'll be a whack down there.
Absolute. Wow, so it depends. If it's in the stadiums, they both fight different, don't they, compared to one. On one, they're just going to meet in the middle and go like that.
Each stadium is
But if it's in the stadium, they both fight totally different, don't they? That's the thing. We saw Kapitan then on the back foot, scoring well. Rodtang did the same thing, didn't he, in his last couple of fights in the stadium?
Yeah.
He was so sick against Gauna.
Yeah.
And he just went southpaw and southpawed him, who was sick. So I don't know. It's one of those where it'll be technical, but then it can just go bang at any second, can't explode. It'll be a good fight.
That when he fought going out, we thought, he's going to get schooled off.
We all said
Yeah.
He just switched it up.
He didn't, and
He fought him
that's
southpaw.
elite, like, and that's
sort of southpaw.
It was square on.
Square paw. Call him square paw.
Yeah, SpongeBob Square Paw.
So Badger, how would you see that one going at?
I think people underestimate Rodtang's skill level.
Yes.
Yeah.
I say it all the time.
That's it.
That was us then.
Yeah.
When before going out the second time, like.
Yeah.
How would you see it going?
It's one of those where I'd have to go with Rodtang just because if he goes to one, he thinks this ain't going my way. He could go on the back foot and still win.
Yeah.
And he could do it smartly as well. So,
that'd be something.
Kapitan, I think he'll outscore him.
It'll be something good for us all to look forward to if that one does come off. Next, we had Pech Moricott back in the stadium for the first time in 3 years. Now, when we all watched this firstly, I was sort of like, I were on the golf course and I was trying to like watch it, and it looked to me as if Tan and Chai would just hustled him. Just
big and easy, it looks like.
But then when I watched it back again, he was nullifying a lot of everything that Tan and Chai was trying to do. Now, Tan and Chai, if you don't know, he is a big. I don't know if we can get this one up, Scully. Can you find it anyway? I don't know if you can.
It's on
it's on Science Fight News apparently. But yeah,
yeah, that's it.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh yeah.
Now look at the size of Tan and Chai. What? So there's a few factors we need to get. There's a few factors we need to get down here. The first one, this was Pech Moricott's first fight in the stadiums in 3 years. Second, it was the first time he's had to weigh in on the day in 3 years. And third, they bleached him down to 68 kilos, which is the lowest he's made in 3 years. So there's a lot going against him here. Now, when I watched this fight at first, it looked like just because Tan and Chai is so big, he's coming forward all the time, he's trying to knee. But when I watched it back, Petch, he nullified. Look, you can see him lifting his leg a lot. He was nullifying everything and stopping, looking there, stuff like that, and he was blocking a lot of the work.
Yeah.
That is a tough thing to do when you've been fighting under one championship and being told you've got to be aggressive, you've got to go forward, we want war, we want action, and then to go back and to do this. And he did look a little bit tired, but Meleady, when you're weighing on the days, like you did it a lot when you were over there living there, it's tough, isn't it, weighing in on the day?
Tough, yeah. And need to like refuel rightly, because sometimes you eat too much and then you're fucked. Or you don't eat enough and you're
Have you ever done
fucked
that?
then as
Like,
well. Like,
straight after you weigh in, drinking, eating, and you just sit there like, just feel like mental, just out your mind, like, I don't feel right.
Every time we weigh in, magically. But we've got another day, that's the thing. You another day.
Let me tell you what happens in
Absolutely hate
Thailand.
that feeling.
It's that fucking red juice drink they give you on a morning at the stadium.
lovely, that,
It's full of sugar,
yeah.
and you're like this for about 10 minutes, and then you crash, and you're like, what have I done? What have I done to myself? I've ruined
Mate,
myself.
I love that drink.
But yeah, I was impressed when I watched it back with how Petch Moricott nullified all that, because I think that's going to be the first time in a long time that Petch has fought anyone who can, one, match him in the clinch, and two, who's taller than him.
He was bigger than him, physically a lot bigger as well. It wasn't just taller, he looked just bigger.
What size is he? Like 6'3" or something?
It must be, because Petch must be 6 foot.
Petch is 6.
And he's miles bigger than me.
Oh shit! Yeah.
He's miles bigger. He must be 6'1", 6'2".
6'1".
He's a big boy. He beat Jack Kennedy. He did a bit of a clinch job on Jack Kennedy.
Is that the boy that did that to him?
Yeah, he did a bit of it. No, not the one who knocked him out. It was,
right.
That was the small one. This guy, he clinched him off because he's just so big. But he also he fought with Rafi Bawik, and Rafi stopped him with leg kicks. But I think he was getting bleached down too.
Bleached down if he's fighting.
Yeah.
Rafi, what, be 64? Yeah.
Rafi's big for that as well.
But yeah, now he's just letting him loose at 154, this Tannenshire. He beat Segura. Like, Segura did a really good round 3 against him, and in round 4, he just clinched him off.
Died off a little bit.
Yeah.
Segura did.
So yeah, it was nice to see Petch back for the first time. And it was nice to see, even though he was bleached down, he's still able to beat these elite guys. It just shows...
He's smart.
Yeah.
Shows how
Like,
good
on
he
that
is,
back foot, he was tired for fucking... on the back foot, he knew how to save his power and that, and just kick, move, stop.
Yeah. It's absolutely devastating me watching all this shit that's going on in Thailand at the minute.
The stadium was full as well.
Yeah, because
full. It sounded busy.
with my fight being cancelled, what I would have done here is just jumped on a plane and gone over there for a month. But you got to fucking stay in that stupid hotel for 2 weeks. Got to stay in hotel jail. And now they're saying, right, you can come in if you've had vaccine. I'm not getting that shit. Do you know what I mean? So it's just it's a fucking bullshit, really. But I'm jealous of everyone who's over there at the minute, and it's starting to thrive again. So good on people who are actually there and who've got the mental capacity to do that hotel jail, because I'll lose my mind. I would lose my mind.
Liam's there, isn't he?
He's at PK.
Did he do it in the 2 weeks?
Yeah. You got no choice. You got to, I think, and McRandall's is there now, isn't he, doing it?
Well, they've dropped it down to 10 days now.
I was about to say, when he talks out there.
And then from July, if you've had your vaccine, I'm going to have to go on Black Market and get some vaccine passport. Because I need to fight.
And all of us will, except for traitor here.
Captain Vaccine.
Captain Vaccine, please.
I'm scared of this COVID.
Yeah, we'll probably get banned off YouTube for talking about
Don't do that.
Right, next fight. This was fucking amazing. I loved this. Seksan versus Pechmanachon from Jiat Mungnon. I knew this was going to be a war. It was so sick. Again, I feel a bit sorry for fucking Seksan, because everyone cottoned on to the fact that he can't block a low kick.
So
that's all everyone. The early rounds, that's all anyone is doing to him. They're just smashing his legs. But to be fair, let's be honest, he hasn't been ever to block a low kick, Seksan, has he? He hasn't, has he?
Do you know what? He looked old in that fight. He looks slow. He didn't look like you were asked.
I think he's had too many hard fights, man.
Yeah, they keep catching up with him a bit now.
Keep throwing him in there like, hard fight, like, slow down a bit, man, slow down. He just runs in there fit, chin up, arms flying. I love it, but he gonna last a.
He's like imagine they Pontonay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sort of style, just walk forward,
take
taking hits,
everything.
taking elbows.
Well, the thing is,
Doing it that way.
he got his legs smashed to bits early, and I thought, oh no. But then he came back in
Lanny
round 4.
Clinton,
Yeah.
mate, he was wobbling him
Yeah.
all over with punches, and I thought, oh, he has this now, like.
Yeah. It was such a good round 4. But then I think he tired himself out of it.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, what's happened to him recently in his last couple of fights, he's got his legs battered so bad early, he has to start pushing them back and kneeing them and long kneeing them. And that is so tiring when you're pushing on them all the time, pushing them back. Because if he just lets them come in, he's going to get his legs blasted.
That guy's big in here as well. They were a big frame, him, so trying to push him back.
And the thing is, in the early shots in that the opening round, even when he was punching Sexan, you could hear the doof.
Strong
And
boy.
he's just a little tank.
Yeah.
I knew it was going to be a sick fight, and it was a really good fight. At the end, you could tell like they were both thought they might have had it, but the decision just went to Pechmarchon. That would be a good rematch. I'd definitely look forward to that.
But would it play out the same way though?
Yeah, probably. But
Yeah.
we still all get to watch it.
I want to see him against
Yod.
Yod.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
That'd be
Yod let Pet.
two little fucking tanks.
Yod let Pet's fighting on Friday at Lumpini. I forgot a week's against.
Yeah, Sam Hart down.
It's a tall pre-ab sub, I think it is. Pre-ab sub. But I just want to go to the point of this, that Sexan only got 50,000 baht for that fight. Because it was up at Sexan's one of the highest paid stadium fighters, or he was. He was always getting 150 to 200,000 baht.
Right.
But because Lumpini, I don't think they had many gamblers in at all. He's not going to get they're not going to make no money at the gate. There's going to be no tips coming through. He got 50,000 baht.
That's what, 1,100 quid.
Can you go onto the Muay Thai?
1150 in it.
Schoolie, can you go onto the
bad,
Muay Thai Iran page, please, mate? There's a picture of it on there. And they showed his envelope. Muay Thai Iran, that one, please, mate. And
So even though he's getting paid that, he still fought like that.
exactly.
Jeez.
That is it's just all heart, innit?
Yeah.
I think that's the equivalent of £1,200 to do that.
Yeah,
To
roughly.
put yourself through that it's and what he'll be putting himself, all his coaches will be Muay Thai Iran.
Yeah, so he'll get that. He'll be split with his bosses.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I think.
Yeah.
His gym's taking half of that probably.
And then you tip your
Schoolie,
that too as well.
I know you're hungover, but get your act together. If anyone's wondering what Schoolie's doing in there, he was out romancing last night.
Dining,
Yeah.
spooning, and that was it.
The no dot, Muay Thai, IY.
Spooning and that was it.
No forking, no forking.
No fuck.
Oh, he disappeared. I don't know what you've done. Anyway, there was a picture of it. If you anyone want to go on there, 50,000 baht. So like Meleady just said then, that's split amongst the gym, his trainers, his manager. He might even come
Everyone takes a piece.
with about 600, 700 quid. That's heartbreaking for a fighter of
That quality
level.
and that.
But it still was a good night out in Bangkok.
Hell yeah! You will have been straight down there, straight down Soy 4. Yeah, you'll have been pimping for a good 3 hours. Yeah, if you go down, mate, it's keep going. The picture of the envelope on there somewhere. Unless they're taking it down. Keep going. Oh, they might have taken it down. They've taken it down, yeah.
You want it around the neck.
Yeah, they must have taken it
In a
down.
big bundle.
Oh, we used to do that,
Yeah.
years ago, yeah.
That's
yeah,
the big bundles around the neck and that.
Yeah, they've taken it down, mate. But they posted that picture of his purse, and that was heartbreaking to see that, to see what he put himself through as well, because it was a war.
Again, man. Let's be honest, he never has anything over, does he?
Yeah. The man who yields
He
to no
earns
one.
his money.
Yeah.
He earns his money, definitely.
We had Thai fight was back. Do you want to get the Yokkao page up, Schoolie, just so you can?
I didn't see it, I just seen it.
And listen to this. I don't think Sanchai even trained one day for this, because usually he trains for a week. He fell off his motorbike and cut all his face.
Oh yeah, he did.
And grazed all his body. Look at
Watch
this.
Oh.
And you could tell he was in no shape whatsoever, was he? But this poor guy just got absolutely humiliated again. He punched his leg then, I think.
It wouldn't be first time, would it?
But yeah, I mean, I think this guy was from America, and I know you. They're probably just jumping in thinking, yeah, he's 41 years old, I've got a chance now. But yeah, he fell off his motorbike, I think, and he cut all his face, and they didn't even bother training him whatsoever. He just turned up, weighed in. He's fighting at 68
How
now
does
as
he
well.
do these things, man?
Yeah, God knows.
Everyone's like, he's fighting bums, but I'm like, but if you get in the ring, you're still in for a decent fight before you expose this bum.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And imagine not training, not running, not dieting, just right, getting
Just getting their fight, yeah.
I get the job done, but it
That
ugly to watch it.
were just ridiculous.
Yeah, fucking sick.
Yeah, so yeah, this is what the goat did on no training and nearly blowing his own head off and falling off his motorbike. But there was another good fight. There was
He's just the goat, isn't he?
Alex Bublea,
I
Romanian
didn't see
/
it.
England. He had his rematch with PTT. Now, most of these Thais on Thai Fight, they're all out of shape, they're all old, they're all past the sell-by bait. PTT's not, he's still fucking seriously strong. He's a fucking real good, solid fighter. And
I didn't see it.
Alex got cut horrendously, but he's a fucking tough man. I love watching his fights. I love watching him fight. I remember when that was the first time I ever saw him fight properly against Luke Emerson on our show.
Yeah.
And that was a sick fight.
Yeah.
I just remember thinking, shit, he loves him. And I followed him from that and just watched him. And now he's in Thailand. He's
like
fighting
watching his career.
regular.
I like watching his career.
He's fighting regular. He does not give a fuck. He fights anyone. He's
Any weight as well, he's bad. When he were over it, he fought Luke at 63.5, and then 2 weeks later fought 70.
yeah, he's
It's
crazy.
insane.
Yeah. But,
It's insane.
He takes opportunities though, doesn't he?
Still at
yeah, the PK, training with Liam Nolan and the other guys, and he's this was a good fight. He got cut horrendously, right above his eye as well, but he still fucking ground it out, and he lost on points, but he always brings a fight, and he always puts up a good account of himself. There was an upset. Santasan from PK Sanchez Gym got absolutely knocked spark out from, I believe it was Nicolas Mendes, from Spain, I believe he's from. It was a big flying knee that took him out.
Smooth
We
out.
don't usually see that. So, yeah! No, do you know what I mean? Is that when...
One for the Western.
Yeah.
Because...
Probably the first time at Western's won in 4 years.
Yeah, exactly. Because you never see it, do you, really? It's just all he's thrown into the fucking sharks.
Yeah.
So-
Eaten alive by time.
Did them Kong?
Yeah, killed him.
Yeah,
Killed him
yeah.
in first round, I think, or so.
did he?
Or round 2. Yeah. Yeah, he just destroyed him, mate. So you can't be putting guys like him in against some just random guy from corner shop, just blowing him away. It's scandalous. But yeah.
Flown in from Florida Supermarket.
Got you, John.
Fucking.
That's all he's been like for years now, hasn't it? It started off good time.
When he forced
Yeah, when you guys run it, when he came to England
that
and
was
that.
good, yeah.
And then all of a sudden, they're just chucking like anyone in now, aren't they?
The thing is,
though, man, because people go, I've been to Thailand and I've had a fight, and I'm like,
Where did you go?
but that's like coming to England and having a game of football.
yeah.
It doesn't mean that we're all great.
Wow.
Exactly. Right. We have got the big shows coming up next week. 8th of April and 9th of April, the Friday and the Saturday. Oh no, Thursday and the Friday, sorry. We've got 4 massive fights. The 2 main events. The first one on the 8th of April, we have got Gauna versus Taksin Lek and Super Lek versus Runkit. That's going to be
the one,
sick.
yeah.
That's the one. Let's go into the in-depth in this, because Runkit's last fight, he destroyed Sangman.
Yeah,
Destroyed him.
Class was amazing. How he fought and how he blocked every left kick he put out.
He blocked everything.
Yeah,
That's what
blocks.
impressed me.
Yeah,
just
that blocking.
Yeah.
Every single shot, wasn't it? We're on about.
Yeah.
That'd be soul destroying if someone blocks all of your kicks.
Yeah.
People like going, oh Lord, no.
He could have won that fight by not even hitting him back, just blocking everything.
blocking, yeah.
Um,
But this one, he's southpaw and super legs, right kick is fucking scandalous. as
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
So
It's
will
gonna
he
be-
be able to block this?
It's going to be a good contrast
Kick off.
fight. I think.
Kick off.
Yeah, I think what Runkit does have going for him is a bit bigger than Super
He
Leg. I
is,
believe
yeah,
it's
yeah,
is this
yeah.
at 138?
138, I think.
And
it is at
Super Leg is
137,
usually
I think,
133 to 135.
Is there an even way?
I don't know. I'm not sure if anyone have. I think it's just 138.
Yeah.
Can you go on, Schoolie? Can you pull up on? I don't know if you'll be able to get it up. I won't. No, ignore me. Don't get now. I don't even think you'll find it. I'm going to tell you a page to pull up, but he's probably asleep. He's asleep, man.
Yeah, asleep.
When was the last time Superplex fought in Stadium as well? Because his last two
Yeah,
three
yeah.
have been on one, haven't they?
Yeah.
I can't remember. I believe. I know what. I actually can't remember.
I
to be
can't
honest.
remember. His last three have been on one, haven't
But I
they?
can't
No,
see
he
Did he
just-
fight
two.
down on
I can't remember, to be honest. He has fought recently. I just can't, within this year, I just can't remember who it was against. But
His style suits the stadiums though. I can't see him struggling.
yeah.
I can't see him struggling at all.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
But then, Runkit has just fought like in the stadiums, like he hasn't
Yeah, his
stopped
last one,
recently.
So
Superplex
he'll
last
have
fight with kickboxing. I know he
kickboxing.
didn't fight kickboxing.
Yeah.
So,
built them all.
yeah, exactly. Just
Build
he
them
fought
all
him
over,
the same
yeah.
as those booted him about.
Yeah,
For that questionable loss.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what a loss.
Terrible.
But then,
Questionable.
but then, like I seen him clinching with
Pitch Panam run.
right.
He looks strong.
So,
He was slinging him around.
It was it was like a Shark Tank.
Yeah.
And he was it was good.
On the same show, we have also got Garner vs Taxing Leg. Now, Taxing Leg, he's about 18 foot tall. He's just massive, so that's just going to be the technician.
Yeah.
Versus
But
the
like he's been
clincher.
going through a lot of shit with his management. I mean,
Management.
recently, yeah.
Oh, right. Oh,
Yeah,
shit, that's that.
yeah.
So what me and Meleady found on that page that we like, his management was starting to stop him fighting because he wanted to leave the gym, but they were saying he was still under contract or something. And then they went, right, well, if we're not having you, no one else is having you, you're not fighting.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
So just
both
cut him
them
off then basically.
heads and knees
Gangster,
sorting it out.
yeah.
So, is he at heads and knees or is he at Hitmon Choi?
I seen him at Hitmon Choi.
Seen him there.
I'm not sure, but there's always a lot of politics going on with this shit. Isn't there? Like, I don't remember when it happened to Bukar when he were at Paul Pramuk.
Yeah.
You're taking up. I believe when he was there,
70%, wasn't it?
they were having 70-30.
Yeah.
So when Bukar won the K1 Max Badger, 200 grand, and he won it twice, he only got 70 grand of it, and the gym got 130 grand.
Because when we were in Jamaica, wasn't it, we found that out. Because
Yeah.
Wayne were a kilo heavier than him, wanted, but they had different contracts. And he were in corner crying, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Because his manager wasn't going to let him fight. Because he was meant to fight Kitty at the K1 Max final 2 weeks later. You're not fighting then because you might get injured. And it's all about money. That's when we found out it's 70-30. When you're the one getting battered.
Yeah.
Well, not in this case. But
It's weird how we see him as superstars, but behind closed doors, you're like, you guys ain't
No
treated
one-
right, really,
Cash
are you?
cows, that's all.
Yeah.
No one, it's
You're not treated
like
right.
a modern day slavery. Some
of
of
course
it
it
is.
is,
Yeah, it's mad. Like,
Yeah, that'll mental. But yeah, this all looks like it's sorted for this fight now, so that'll be another good one to look forward to. Also, we just saw on that then, we saw Pampayak versus Chamokton. Now this is going to be an interesting one, because going back to problems at the gyms, Pampayak is no longer with Giant Mungnon. He's been there for as long as I've known him.
he's probably came up there. Yeah.
Something's gone on now, and he's just training down
He's
in
at
Phuket now, at Phuket
Phuket
Fight Club.
team.
That's,
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, that's a sick gym.
it's a good, decent gym.
But to just disappear from Giant Mungnon, which is probably the best gym in Thailand.
Yeah. And then I've seen his brother, Cowpayak. He's training somewhere else.
Yeah, so there's
too,
obviously some...
So something must have
Something's
gone
going
on.
on,
Yeah.
Yeah, so God knows what's happened there. I've asked a few friends who are in Phuket, and they've all said they don't know. But it looks like he's training well with those guys. They have got some good stadium level fighters there. But to fight Chamokton, I believe that he's going to be quite a bit bigger than Pampayak. Pampayak fights around 60 kilos to 61 max. Chamokton has been fighting at 63.5 to 70. So that's a huge weight difference.
It's gonna be...
Chamokton's he's beat Craig Dixon quite easily. He's beat a lot of other fighters who were around that weight. He's fought Rafi. He's fought Jay Tonkins at 70 kilo, who's massive, and he stopped him.
Did it?
Yeah, so...
What weight's this fight at?
63.5. I've never known Pampayak fight this weight.
I
don't you remember when we were in one championships and he stood next to us and we went,
Tiny.
Yeah,
He's only
he looks big.
a little bit taller than us.
and I
maybe.
thought, he looks really tall on
Yeah,
TV.
he looks really lanky.
I
doesn't
couldn't
he?
believe it. Could we
And
have...
he only looked big then because he was fighting Rui Botello, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He's tiny, so...
Yeah, like, it's either gonna go. He's gonna. Chapman Tom's gonna march in and clinch him off Pam. Use smart
Yeah.
This
on the
sounds like
back
to be a
foot.
one-sided beating, sorry. It does.
Pam
Payak,
tee up. Heaps.
Yeah, but is that enough to keep someone off who's that big?
Yeah,
I don't think
You got 3 good rounds in you, but I don't care how it goes. If they're that much bigger than you,
it is. Yeah.
you get worn down. The pipe thinks, just do me.
Yeah.
Just do
yours.
it. I'm yours.
Who's gonna go?
Yeah.
Pam.
You don't get 2 to 3 good
Payak,
rounds in it. Nah.
Yeah, with Pampayak, he's so skilled and that, but at 133 to 135 max, yeah, fair dues.
Yeah.
When you're fighting someone that big, I don't know how they're going to keep him off because that's all he'll be training for, Chamoton, because that's all he does anyway. And he's been fighting people so much bigger. But I was watching Chamoton on the pads the other day. He does look slow. Everything he does is slow. It's just when he comes to clinch. So that'll be an interesting one. There's another one on the 9th of April now. I'm really interested in this. Chu Jaron versus Pech Panamrong. Pech Panamrong, the glory champion.
Yeah.
Sick, mate. Left kick. It's the first time he's back in the stadiums in God knows how long.
Years.
So I've been waiting for him to fight Muay Thai again because he's going to have all these boxing skills, all the movement skills, and he's at Kiat Muay Thai training with Super Leg and that. If he can add all this and adjust to the stadium game again, with adding all these new boxing skills and that he's got from being the glory champion, he's going to be fucking dangerous.
Yeah.
But Chu Jaron, all he's going to do is run and clinch it. And
He's
a giant.
massive, yeah.
He's a fucking giant. So that's going to be interesting. What have you just come back from kickboxing rules, Badger, for all that time?
I was gonna say I'm not being funny, but the first day back in the stadium is gonna be a hard day.
Yeah.
We had.
You know you're going to get clenched to death, don't you? You know he's going to
You
run
know
and
it's
grab you
coming.
right
Like,
now.
his boxing's better, but he doesn't have the boxing power.
Yeah.
He's got boxing skill and defense, but that's not gonna help you against the clincher.
Yeah.
But I say, like,
I think this is a bad day in the office.
like,
Let's stay back.
think he should go leg kicks and slow him down that way.
Early,
Yeah.
Keep him away
Yeah.
from it.
Leg kicks,
could
and
post
then,
like Pet Maricon,
when
actually,
he saw,
If he's smart with it,
Yeah. Well, he's very, very clever. And
do
he's,
your work and stop the clinch. But that's a tough game to pull off, though.
Yeah.
and Hujan's massive and
Yeah,
I'm wrong.
He's short.
It's short,
Yeah. I can see him unloading early with punches. I probably wouldn't be surprised if we did see them low kicks as well to try and slow him down a little bit. I'd like to see him put on a fucking really good performance though, so he's another one added back into that mix because from around 140, there's all the good fighters in 135 to 140 at the minute.
Yeah,
And if he can put a stamp back on that mix with all them guys in there, with Capitan, with None and Leg,
Mix
with
things up a bit in the division.
yeah, exactly. That'll be another.
There'll be a massive division then of top fights.
Just
that
loads of sick fights floating about.
could happen, yeah.
Sticking around this division, May the 2nd. This might be another hideous being for Sangani because let's be honest,
The first one was.
he's not in very good form. He's fighting Kulam again on May the 2nd. Now he needs to. It's Channel 7. Now he has to find some form from somewhere to sing Sangmani because he's not been fighting well at all recently. He's gone to that new cafe sponsored gym. I don't even know if he's training there because
Just eating food.
yeah. where I was speaking to Alex Bublier about this, and he was saying where do you see him training? Because where are the videos? We're not sure who he's actually training with and what teams around him because his form has gone really bad at the minute. He's had one good fight, and that were against. I forgot who it was against.
It was one
Run-
before Capitan, wasn't it?
Came back.
He fought Runkit and beat him, but then
Runkit,
obviously the rematch, Runkit has just done a job on him.
Skilled,
Now,
He's not looking good, is he?
no, he's not. His form's been really poor recently.
but he's never really had a team around him. You think of when he was at 13 clients, that there wasn't many top fighters there. At that.
Yeah, they would only
time
Sunshine, I
era,
think.
yeah.
But again, he's another cash cow because he's so highly paid and because of the money he brings in. He just gets sold off all over the place and shit, doesn't he?
It's a shame because he's actually been turned into food basically.
Yeah.
It's like if you get past you, we'll send you to the top 5, but you can't get past you.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
like a stepping stone.
Well, do you know what I mean? I think
It's a
is
shame,
it
man.
4 losses out of his
That's-
last 5?
Ooh.
Or
Must
5
be,
out of his
must
last
be,
6?
must be,
isn't
yeah.
it?
And how many by knockout? Well, him being
Just
knocked
the
out.
one.
Well, just the one against Club down, but he got dropped
That was
by
big.
He got dropped by Capitan as well, didn't he? But he just not looked. Do you know what? Like against Runkit that last fight, he just looked like he couldn't be arsed being there. But I think he got his leg hurt early, and then round 3 and 4, he said in the interview afterwards on the Muay Thai rampage.
Oh, yeah, when they go
Yeah.
right up in your face after the fight.
Yeah,
it's
they were saying
scandalous.
what were that like? They were saying what were going on there. You looked like you couldn't be bothered, basically. And they were going, "Oh, we're trying." My head knew what I needed to do, but my body
My
wouldn't
body
do
wouldn't
it.
do it. Yeah.
So maybe he's a burnt out a little bit, minute, because this happens with stadium fighters sometimes. What happens is this guy has been elite level since he was 16.
Yeah.
His nickname is the $1 Million Baby because he's been making them all so much money. He's one of the highest paid in Thailand. He gets paid $1 million baht off one championship a fight, so he makes a lot of money. He's only about 23, 24 now, I think, maybe. Maybe he's just burnt out and he needs a bit of time off just to fucking regroup because it happens to these top fighters. I remember when Nongo lost about 5-6 fights in a row and everyone went, he's finished.
Everybody said he was done.
He's done. He had a bit of time off. He had like 6 months off and then came back and he won about 10 in a row.
Yeah.
I remember him doing that. So maybe just when they've been doing it for this long at that level, you just burnt out a little bit.
And the right team behind him.
Yeah,
It's like you said,
exactly.
everyone's struggling to find out who's behind him. He needs the right team.
I think trainers is the dad.
Is it his dad, is it?
I think so.
I'll be fucking
Well,
knackered.
it was
I've lost 4 fights in a row.
It
That's
was
sad.
before.
I'm your dad. I'm your dad. You're training. You're drug deep.
Yeah.
You're aware.
You pimp. What do you reckon? Cullub down. I'm going Cullub.
Yeah.
The only thing Sam Money's got is it's not in them little gloves to blow his head right off again.
Yeah.
That's it though, innit?
Yeah.
But like if he pulls back a little bit of form,
Yeah, that's all it takes.
skills him.
Do you know what I mean?
Because,
That's all it takes for a fighter with his talent. It don't take much to pull it back. It's just whether he's got it in there anymore.
Yeah.
'Cause that's what's starting to look like.
Yeah,
He's looking
it looks-
deflated, isn't it?
Yeah,
So if he
yeah.
can pull that back and find a bit of art and form, maybe he'll want to. He'll go into that fight and
Show
look, I
up,
want to
yeah.
fucking show you. I'm going to
I want
school
to prove a
you.
point to people.
After getting fucking his head blown off.
Yeah, exactly. So there's a lot to go on there. That's about it for the Thai scene at the minute. Now we've got the UK fights coming up. We've got the big victory show again. Don't forget this is the pay-per-view one. Lots of good fights on that. Nico Carrillo versus Jack Kennedy.
Yeah.
Nico Carrillo.
Yeah.
Great Coakley.
Yeah.
Jack Kennedy versus Mort Abdurrahman. Yeah, that's the one. They're the 2 main events. We've also got Joe Craven on from Bad Company. There's Josh Hill on it. There's quite a lot of other decent fighters on it. So if anyone is interested in that, the more people who buy the pay-per-view, the more money the fighters are going to make. So
Buy it.
Yeah.
So the 22nd of May, that is. Put it in your diary and get it wrote down. We just had Yokao announced as well for the 31st of July. I will maybe possibly be fighting on that one. There's a lot of other. It's always the best show in the country. Best show in Europe probably. So that'll be another decent one. That is probably going to be looking like my next fight now with all this shit that's gone on with my fight. So I'd be looking like no one wants fucking anyone from England in the country at the minute.
We're all scumbags, aren't we?
Can't even our little island just like name it. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, you're alright.
Get a new passport. Where
Yeah.
you from? Turkey.
Yeah.
Can you let me in?
So if this fight doesn't happen, you'll see him outside the Dixie's just fighting anybody.
I'll be fucking in some little basement
Anybody-
selling illegal fireworks. That's what I'll be doing.
Come with me.
Selling illegal fireworks. Follow me. Yeah, because I've trained my ass off for 3 months for this, and I've probably got myself in best shape that I've ever been in my career. To be
3
fair.
months. Basically, being in fight comes in January. I'm really on and off. So.
Stop this now.
Oh yeah. Where are we going? 5 months.
Yeah, so
April now.
I am just gonna fucking go make a food stall up and start selling food like Thais do and stuff like that in the middle of town. I'm getting disheartened now.
Deliveroo.
Yeah.
Start working for fucking Panda.
Schoolie, we've got some questions in there. Have you sent it? All right, 1 second then and get them up. Right, what we got? With the recent announcement from Lumpini Stadium that they're set to host women bouts in the next 2 months, what are the panel's views on this? About time or keep it till elite males? I like this because my girlfriend, she used to fight and she used to always say stuff like, it's not fair, blah, blah, blah. It's the gamblers might not be interested in it too much, but I think it is a good move for just women's sport in general in Thailand because they've always been very like, no women can't even touch the ring in the stadium.
You need to go under the ropes.
Yeah, you're not allowed, you're not allowed in the stadium. You're not allowed to touch the ring in the stadiums. There were signs saying no women near the ring and all sorts. So yeah, I'm all for this, especially because my girlfriend, well, my fiance, she's used to fight and she's really passionate about stuff like this. And yeah, I think that's a decent move. Andy, you train a lot of good girl fighters.
I train a lot of girls.
What's your thoughts?
Yeah, it's good. It's good for like obviously people like Paloma going back to Thailand soon. Instead of fighting, they all fight the same girls anyway, don't they? That weight division, most of the girls. So to open it up and be able to see it in stadiums, have a bigger audience, a bit more televised as well. So it's good for a minute. I mean, it's a fact. And let's be honest, every time I see a girl fight, they're fucking mental.
You know what?
They're all insane.
This is quality because women are savage.
Yeah.
They don't do this for money, for nothing. It's you two gonna fight. Put on a show.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll tell you what, and the latest fights on One Championship have been sick, the girl fight. There's been some belters, aren't there?
Jackie Bundy,
Like
sick against Wonder Girl. There's been some great fights on it.
When Wonder Girl
foreign.
got back out that last one, that left hook was...
She got her face smashed in, Wonder Girl. Jesus, that was bad.
Next one from Paul RPM. What's been the most stressful moment you've been in? That doesn't make sense. You've been in a ring and how did you overcome it? In the ring, I don't know. The most stressful moment I had is fucking now. I can't
being
get
in a ring.
fight. That's the most stressful moment, not being in the ring. I said this on my Instagram earlier, I'm just sat here like a fucking lemon and my best years just getting stolen away from me over a flu. It's fucking outrageous and so it's not fair really what a lot of fighters are having to go through at the minute. And this is my most stressful moment. Not to do with ever being in the ring, it's just being out of the ring and not being able to get a fight. Andy, in the ring, what's been your most, or in your training, what's been your most stressful moment?
Getting your head pounded in really, innit? I think most stressful moment is, for me anyway, personally, being dropped in like my first world title fight because I fought like a spaz and got dropped. Luckily didn't get a count because I would have fucking lost if I did. But getting dropped and having to come back and that's stressful. Everyone's shouting at you in corner, do this, do that. Fucking trying.
The head's all anyway,
It's not working. Or when you're trying to do something, it's just not working. You like you were saying about salmon in my brain saying it, but my body's not doing. It happens sometimes, and you're trying hard. And no matter what you're thinking of trying to do, it don't fucking work. So you just got to get on with it and hope for the best.
Yeah, especially when you've got like a certain style, and then after the first 2 rounds, you think, it's not working.
Yeah. 3 more rounds.
Oh no!
You look at your corner and you go,
All I went to do, I will batter him. I looked at you all in the corner.
I went,
tell me what to do, and you went, I don't know.
Try punch him again.
Badger, most stressful moment.
I'm gonna go back to the ties, being a short ass and getting clenched off by someone. And you know, you're doing a good job, but you're getting tired.
Yeah.
I can feel yourself getting tired. You think, I need to do some big shit.
Yeah.
Keep this big motherfucker off me.
When your arms start burning.
I can feel the elbows getting closer, knees getting closer. You're thinking, I need to hurt him.
Yeah.
I need to get my shit together and hurt him, or this is going to go one way.
Yeah, that's awful.
So you know that moment where you have to turn it around, or you're going to lose. Right there.
Then all that's in your head is, I'm going to lose.
Yeah. Body shot, kick his leg, kick his face.
Meleady, most stressful moment.
I think when CI and I knew I fucking won.
Yeah.
And then I got robbed, and I think that was stressful because like in my head, after the 5th, I've won this.
He'd already spent his money on
Yeah.
He'd already put the belt on the top of his TV.
Yeah. 2 belts.
Yeah, 2 belts.
2 belts. And I just think
that's how.
that like, yeah.
Especially in that situation in Thailand on
When
for
and
them
then
2 belts and
and then when Tam, trainer, who usually says like, if you're shit,
you shit.
you've been fucking shit.
In Thailand, they tell you that you're
And he jumps up on the ropes and double high fives you and says, you win, and then they go, he wins, and they're like,
Yeah. Bad times. Where has Manachai gone? He was training for the stadium title, got injured, never returned. I know he had problems with the gym before and came back. Real shame as he wasted talent. Well, what he did, I think his forearm ripped off his bicep. Or it was a horrendous injury.
There were a picture of him in hospital, wasn't there?
He tore his forearm
just before Christmas.
horrendously, and all his arm was plastered up and stuff like that, and he just hadn't come back since. It was a shame because after he stopped diving on floor for fucking ages and giving up.
He was in good form when he came back.
It was in good form when he came back.
Yeah,
He
really
had a few good wins, and he won the WMO world title, which is decent in Thailand at the minute. And he looked good again, and it looked like he'd found a bit of form, and it looked like he was getting himself...
Bit of a
Passion
fire
back.
back.
Yeah. I think what happened with Manachai is I've witnessed how hard he trains, and I think they'd ran him into the ground, to be honest. Remember when we were there, Andy? And he was doing, they had him doing 12 rounds on
12 rounds of pads.
Just
doing about 50 kicks to start and finish every round.
It was ridiculous. I think they just ran him into the floor.
No wonder he's like that and fucking fit as fuck.
By the time these fights were coming, he'd been doing it he'd had a lot of fights as well. By the time these fights were coming where he was just like giving up basically, he was just thinking, you know what, I can't be arsed.
I want out.
He was just so fucked. Because when he fought Lobo the first time, he beat him pretty comfortably. And then the second time, he just dived on Floyd. He took a few knees on an elbow and went, fuck this, I'm out of here. And I think he just couldn't be arsed, but then he went away for 6 months.
Got his shit together.
He got his shit together. They kicked him out of the gym, fucking warned him. And gave him Scarborough warning. And that's it. Again, going back to what we said earlier about the time, this happens to him sometimes when they're burnt out. He came back and he had his shit together. And he looked like he were... he looked good again.
Good. He was great in training when we were there, wasn't he? He won easy then, didn't he, as well? He battered that guy.
Yeah.
He looked really good.
He looked good. So yeah, I think basically he's really badly injured himself again. So I'm not sure if
he's gonna be back.
No, we're not from mine. This were about 6 months ago. This I think as well.
Yeah,
Maybe longer.
Before Christmas, wasn't it?
Probably it might be a year ago now, and I think he has been injured. For everyone, what's been your hardest fight, most fun fight, and worst fight, and why? Best of luck to Liam Badco in his upcoming fight. Wrong again!
best luck to Liam selling seats.
Little fish and chip stall just at the top of hill.
Running in like a guy in Thailand. DVD. What's been your hardest fight? Hardest fight was probably against Singham. Because that was just grueling. I've never been so tired as I were in a fight in that because he was so strong. And he hit me with a few knees in round 4 that he hit me with 3 in a row, and I think, and every one of them winded me. And it was just like, oh my God. And
He just trapped hold of you so he didn't go down.
He sapped all my power.
And the bitch.
The worst thing about that
You ain't going nowhere.
The worst thing about it was, after round 2, when his leg went, I thought I'd convinced myself that I was going to stop him so much, and I kept kicking him, and I kept going in the corner going, he's going to go now. He's going to go. And then in round 4, and he came out and he hit me with a knee and it winded me, and another one and that winded me bad, and then he grabbed hold of me and threw me on the floor, and then I went, and I couldn't breathe, and all my power had gone. All my power had gone. I thought, oh no.
That moment,
I couldn't lift my arms up, all my power had just gone, but it was a good fight. I made it in a war, and it was exciting for the fans, and that was the main thing, but it was still, that was probably my hardest fight, and the hardest fight.
Rung Ravi, because he just booted my leg off. Rung Ravi, because he was just massive.
No, you meant that hard for yourself.
I made it hard. I didn't train, but it was still hard, wasn't it?
His skin hung over his shoulders. Right, weird. It was like,
I was lightest I've ever been in a long time, but I was still fattest I've ever been. I know muscle.
Yeah.
I was right fat twat.
And that went wrong with you with Channel 7
Yeah,
champion.
Channel 7 champion.
yeah.
He was killing all the ties, and Andy went, you know what I'm going to do? Not true.
What a fucking fool. Typical Howson,
Channel,
innit?
Typical.
Chano said he wasn't good. Chano went, I know him, no good, no power. You win easy. So I went, yes, not training. I went, no gym, get in.
No one's compared to Chano.
Yeah.
Chano is a living legend.
I'm just
Grab
going
the
to
deck with the
like
team.
when you were a little yabba fiend like everyone else.
Yeah.
Devastation.
He was a horrible, scary monster. Him.
Yeah, that was when he was fucking proper, just
Yeah,
wrecking
horrible.
machine,
Yeah,
wasn't it? Badger hardest fight.
I don't know. More awkward. I say Josh Palmer.
No, he was going back to
Southpaw
Yeah.
and
Palmer.
6 foot. I like fighting tall people, but I've never seen one that tall. And even worse is we touch gloves. And back then I wasn't really
He went like this.
that good at southpaws, and he switched southpaw. And I thought,
Oh no.
this is awkward. Oh no.
Yeah.
We can't look kicking because he's southpaw.
Then he just knee you in face.
Oh,
Without doing it, just lifted his leg a little bit.
I was stood
Round
upright.
3, one
I was
yeah.
stood upright.
Yeah.
And then he come and went, boom, all right.
Which one of yours kicked me?
I looked at the referee like, did you touch me? Like,
We worked on booting his leg as well, didn't we?
Oh,
Then he got in and he changed to southpaw. We just looked at each other and went, ah.
I believe the hardest fight.
John Bates.
Oh yeah, we're horrible
In
that.
the King's Cup, he just did not stop coming forward and forward.
Harry Corner for you, that.
Yeah.
He'll get tired.
Bleedy. He cannot keep up this pace. He cannot keep
This
up
were in
pace.
round 1.
Round 4. He's going to keep coming. He's gonna, mate, I was fucked, so I just had to just keep stepping off. Left kick. Fuck him off in the clinch. Left kick. I was fucked. I got sick
Really
after the
fucking
fight, and then
yeah.
I won the fight, but I got out
was so
of
tired,
the
you got ill.
that fucked. I got sick outside of the ring, yeah.
You can't enjoy the victory when you're not.
Yeah, you're like,
you won.
It wasn't worth it.
Fuck me.
What were your most fun fight, Meleady?
Fun fight. I don't know.
My most fun fight was
Think about it now.
Samson when I just kept sweeping him on
on
floor.
floor.
Because you know when everything
You were so
perfect. Yeah. he was number 6 at Rajadam Nairn at the time, and I was defending my WMC title, and he just kept trying to knee me, and clinch me, and kept going, get up floor. And I fucking just launched him all over. And then in round 4 I remember being sat in corner, and I just went to Jordan and went, right, I'm off mental now. And I just punched him all over and then stopped him with an elbow. I was like, yes!
I remember his corner team. Do you see how annoyed they were with
Get
him?
out! Get out!
Yeah,
He was
he-
get out.
Yeah.
I think they sat in the change room on his own like this.
Yeah.
Fucking up fight.
He sent you straight to fucking
And
It was a direct fly.
my most fun.
I think I have.
Go on, you
one
go.
now.
You go first.
Yeah, I can't really think one, but this one was fun when I fought Anthony Ferguson in Rajadam then, and Toy said like Jamie would sparked on before, so he said, okay, easy. So went out for 3 rounds, just easy in the bell, and then said, right, go spark, and I went on spark. yeah. So they were gambling on.
Yeah.
That's a nice moment.
Yeah.
Go sparking, right.
Sparking,
I
boom, God.
Copenhagen, Mohammed El Mir. Me and Jordan went over.
Oh shit, yeah.
Fight Mohammed El Mir. Got there. They're a bit knobs of this, but it's expected. Shoved us in the hotel room. We didn't care, me and Jord. Got to the fight now, get in the ring. 5 of your boys came out carrying his belts to the ring. I'm like, alright. They got in the ring like walking past me, eyeballing me. I was like, look at Jordan. Me and Jordan laughing. I was like, yeah, alright then. Mohammed El Mir came out. Fight started. Oh my god, I won't let him touch me.
Yeah, did you not?
Everything he threw, dodge, booting him, dodge, hitting him. Referee's like looking at me, looking at him. I'm like, I'm not gonna stop. I pinned him in the corner and I was elbowing him, and every time the referee came close, I let go of him.
Keep it going a bit longer.
Yeah, I proper milked it because 3 people came backstage and went, "Oh, that was brilliant. We thought he was gonna lose." I went, "That's what he thought."
And they thought,
That was
Yeah,
fun.
Candy Pong. It's got to be Candy Pong. Got to be Candy Pong because it was just mental.
That's the
wasn't it?
greatest fight I've
And it was-
ever seen till this day.
It were on I think it was my like 25th fight, and he'd had 150 odd fights. He was Channel 7, no, Omni Stadium champion, wasn't he? Ranked number 5 in both stadiums at the time. And they were just taking piss out of us in minibus, weren't they? They were all sat in the minibus, in the hotel. They were bringing up hot rankings, showing us his belts and everything. I was like, oh fucking hell, I thought I was fighting a tuk-tuk, right? Sick. And then he got in here with Southpaw. Didn't have a clue what to do with a Southpaw. I didn't even know it was Southpaw till after the
Horrible
fight.
feeling.
Yeah, I didn't know. I just got in and fought, and I just enjoyed it.
that's how stupid he actually is, hasn't it?
I just, it didn't, you know, like now you look for it. I'd only had 20 or 5. I wasn't even bothered. I wasn't looking for all that. I just got in and had fun and enjoyed it, and it was really close. I just out-clinched me, didn't he? Threw me on the floor a couple of times, and that big left kick, but I loved it, and I had no injuries.
That is
In
the
round
greatest
3,
fight
no.
I've ever seen.
And in round 4, we threw 57 elbows. It just went insane, didn't it? It just went mental, so yeah.
You know what's good when you're watching and you're thinking, I couldn't keep up that pace at gunpoint. I couldn't. At one point, I think he was like running deep and do some sneaking. There was nothing about it. They were both just like that.
I've never known a Thai do that. The first time I've seen a Thai go that insane, I thought, fuck me, here we go. It was like fighting myself. It was good, but I had no. It was the first time I've ever got out ring and I had no injuries. I was like, yes.
That's what happens when you
I
fight
would fight
Thais,
Thais
because
all
they don't
the
do
time.
stupid shit.
Yeah.
They don't waste a shot, and they don't think of Thai just kick his kneecap or anything.
Yeah.
Nothing gets wasted, and you don't hurt yourself against Thais. It's class. It's really
You're having a spar with a beginner and you hurt yourself in the first 10 seconds. Kicked his elbow, kicked his knee.
George Berry.
Oh no.
Right, hours up. I hope everyone enjoyed that. I hope everyone had something to take away. Go look at some of the fights and them pages that we talked about earlier at the beginning of the podcast. That's where you'll find out all about the latest goings on in Thailand. Again, don't forget to, if anyone from the UK, anywhere worldwide really, that victory show that's coming up, that'll be a very good one. Buy it, it's only $4.99.
Badass, you buy it with no your toy.
Yeah.
Your toy. Yeah, you will be.
Yeah.
Are you cryptocurrency?
I'll give you 20 pence towards it.
On the house.
There's lots of good fights coming up that we've mentioned today. We'll come back next month for another, in a couple of weeks' time, for another fight, a fight talk episode. We'll run down all them fights, and I'm sure there'll be lots of other big fights coming up. And I might get a fucking fight soon. Who knows? Who knows? Probably not. Not giving me hopes up. Right, thank you guys. Boys, thanks for joining us.
Nice one.
Nice
Have a good night.
Slap. First one yet, or is that?
Yeah. Enjoy that. Yeah, don't sound ridiculous.